for the Valentina. Obviously, though, you're going to be losing out in Prio, so there you go. It's an easy choice for you, though, right? Like, in between those two, I think the Valentina just edges it a bit more. With the box shell, they'll be able to rotate up top as well, so I don't think the Frederick can get the advantage for Shogun. This is a bit of ego from Bigatron.
Let's see how this all unravels, ladies and gentlemen, in game number 1, as we throw it over to our casters.
In Season 12, it was a ticket to the world stage, a ticket to M Series, and now that encounter happens again. In the lower bracket of MPL ID Season 17, it is GEEK against Bigatron, but this time, it's a ticket to Paris, it's a ticket to MSC.
Let's see which team will deserve that slot. Azonic is awaiting in the grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen, it is again the Red Robots against the Geeks.
The same crossroads, the same stakes. Only one team will fly to the city of love, while the other will watch the lights fade before the journey ever begins. And beneath it all is a fated encounter. Nael, once a monster forged by Maloyski, now clad in red, he is rebuilt as a machine of destruction for Bigatron Esports. This is game 1 of Bigatron against GEEK.
To the Lanadon we go, it's already early action in the mid lane where Maloyski is able to get out, but again, no trigger spells just yet. As now will be able to clear the orange. It's a close fall there as Maloyski was hovering around.
Yep, that Valentina XP appearing for Marcel. Well, we have seen him a few times played in the regular season, but he is not known for that Valentina. Obviously, the lap with the hero is anything. Maloyski, that's going to be a heal contest because one has the Surge of Life, the other with a quick sand guard. But the Khalid at least helps kind of... Ooh, that was close. The Khalid kind of helps deteriorate that mid pressure that the Chusin will bring to the table. That's why up against the Kalea, I think it fares pretty well. And now they want to go for an invade to the green camp.
It seems like Finn will be the first one to fall. That's first blood for the Monster Maker, Maloy.
Yep, and up towards Finn. That's a kill, Moreno.
The flicker. Ooh, that's a spell from Moreno, though. Let's see if that will be able to, convert to the turtle later on. But that's still just a kill between them. That's Mal finding the taunt onto Maloyski, but I don't think there will be more action here as both teams are preparing for the neutral of the take.
We were given a teaser of what it looked like. Baxia against the Fredrin yesterday. But yesterday was a different type of game. That was Kyrie with Baxia winning the retreat against the Fredrin. Now Marcel has the shifting skies.
That's going to be real world manipulation pasta. Oh, big airborne from Moreno. A flicker as well. Nazara in the back spot still able to claim the turtle, but that's a taunt, a big one. As Nazara will be the first one to fall here in this fight. A boy now isolated here. That's a taunt as well. No spell able to save a boy. Another kill on the board for BTR.
That's a big win for Bigatron by Vitality. Yes, they lost the neutral objective, but at least the kills were able to go their way. One for Shogun, another for Finn, and then you have Moreno with the Chusin. Right? We saw what he was able to do yesterday. 22 kills, 0 deaths, 80 Sky Piercer stacked, and an outplay to go with it. And this is a top prediction by Gope with only going GEEK. Okay, I'm backing my boy Chefin.
Wow, you're repping Chefin indeed, as it is still, again, a 4-0 from Mirko. Not surprising.
It's a best of 7, Goni. We have to remember that.
That's true.
I want to help Chefin out, because yesterday was only him and 2 fans. Now he has like 3, so a total of 4,
Wow. You can't even play rank with 4 people.
Oh, you can. You can. Well, we're going to find a random bigger trooper maybe to join in.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but so far, everything is quite low tempo. Obviously, you want to only center around that neutral objective, right? As the Frederick, the bug tips is rolling in. That's where the Sora also is very strong. And Man again goes to the Man. Of course, as BMI against Iski. At least he gets the gold crab, and that's where Paris excels as well in lane. The fact that skill 1, the synchro vision, is so good at taking these crabs. Zara gets 1 for himself as well. And this matchup up top, at least the Valentina will have to hold that ultimate first, because the one who pulls the trigger first might have the lower disadvantage, right? Because it goes on a cycle. Once the ult expires, you need to wait for the other Sora, or the original Sora to go in, blazing duet.
Oh, this is the blazing duet there, defensive one. So far, Mon has been winning in lane, at least, seems like. And now we'll see the turtle. That's what she's done. That's good. RW blocking. Moreno in place as well. Oh, Tsunamis will not save Finn. Actually, Finn will be the one to fall. 2 members of BTR here deleted. As you can see here, that's a flicker from Marcel. Shogun, look at it. finds some angle, but that's just a free kill for GEEK Fam as GEEK Fam takes the fight and the turtle again.
Feasting on every single machinery they can find. And that was again a good showing. Zaman Force and an easy BMI. But can this turn into something of a collapse? Aman will close that door and will clear that wave. But look at Marcel up top. We know he's playing Valentina, but at heart, it's the Sora that he's gonna play. Back with the amount of damage he's able to create. Moreno down one death. And Azara gets the curse helmet as the first item priority. This is the trend we've been seeing so far in the playoffs. Skipping entirely the most essence, not keeping it, and just completing the whole item. And that was Iman, I think, with the golden, or rather the gold crab. Now you wait for a minute, right? Because you see these teams wanting to make a move to the rivers, controlling again, getting that mid prio. So far it hasn't been looking very clean. Indeed.
Pulling the trigger in the bottom lane, that's going to be the roamer also joining. Here comes the BMI and the blazing duet. Beloski applying pressure towards Aman as the boy is there with the RWM locking him in place. A kill, an important one for GEEK Fam again.
This is a dream start for them. The fact they're able to get 2 neutral objectives with the Baxia in play and a few kills as well. 3 for Beloyski, by the way. He's the one stealing the show. And I like that confidence from Kenziski. As if it's communicated, they're gonna go in for more because that flank and that gank was coming from the riverside. Item builds by Dunia Games. First item Oracle for the Valentina. It's all about the extra shielding, the regeneration as well, and then you have the survivability. And so far, in armor for the Beloyski, knowing that Moreno is always gonna be the beacon of light for Bigatron by Vitality. He can always turn things around. But this time, the different monster is facing. It's GEEK Fam with eyes on the objective.
Let's see, it's going to be a 5v5. Seems like Nile. And Azara taking the back. Tsunami Slam on towards one. Nile finds a turtle. That's a big one. Been taken down.
Going in.
That's a big double. That's going to be GEEK Fam collapsing again. Marcel finds a triple. They move onwards as BTR. They run for the hills. And again, GEEK Fam, they keep the 5 members up and running. They want to target the mid turret, and they will get it.
GEEK Fam are so clean on the team fight so far. Yes, that was a neutral objective, finally in the hands of Niall. But GEEK Fam, Marcel, the catalyst again, with that shifting skies, the cloud form. It's as if he knows which one to use, and that was just locking down the Kalea in place. Because with a Tsunami Slam, you want to bring the victim to the team, but then you have some sort of peel. With the Sora mini CCs, when he gets the stack, and he can press the ultimate the second time, that Cloud Punch is another thing to deal with. Honest prediction by GoPay, 63% for Bigatron by Vitality. Not much of GEEK Fam, at least in that honest prediction, but we do have a special someone over there sitting in the panelist desk.
Yeah.
Believing in GEEK Fam.
Shefton is in the building. CITB and 4,000 gold lead, right? Minute number 8. That's a healthy, comfortable lead that GEEK Fam is currently in. And BTR here, they're catching strays. They're struggling to find proper fights. Now, keep in mind that Kenzie is on his way towards his 3rd item, which is going to be very dangerous for BTR when they want to commit fights.
Swift Trinity as well, right? And then Shogun going for the first item War Axe that we mentioned earlier. He's looking for the sustainability, obviously. But he also wants that bit of damage. Because you don't really have the damage, it's not Slam.
They pull the trigger here. That's going to be Beloyski getting all in. Reaping Sasso towards the back.
Beloyski!
Right hold on, trying to buy time. That's going to be BTR.
He's not dead!
Struggling. He's still surviving, but Shogun tries to get on towards the boy. Finally shutting Beloy down. Is Zaman in the mix. Taken down. Kenzie is also taken down by the roamer. Take a look at the isolation. Marcel the Lethal will be taken down. Moreno collects another kill. That's its 10. That's a stack for the Skypiercer.
And just like that, Gani, everything turns around. And with that, a Lord spawning as well. Moreno bought the Skypiercer in the nick of time, gets the first stack, 10 for that Skypiercer. And this is where he gets scary. This is where he can be the catalyst for Bigatron by Vitality. It seemed to be a winning fight. Not a winning fight, but a fight that GEEK Fam could have extended to wait for the cavalry, the backup to arrive, to help them. Beloyski took him long enough to die, and he still fell down with the other members following suit from behind.
That was a shutdown too.
It was a shutdown to the roamer, right? And this is why a bounty on a roamer sometimes gets a bit tricky. It's a bounty now that Bigatron will feast upon out of build. If we mentioned that Skypiercer, man, Moreno with the Skypiercer is just so scary, because you know how aggressive he can be with the Chusin, but how composed as well it could be. He plays very, very safe, super safe. The heave in the hands of a boy. Glowing wand with that wishing lantern, so he wants a tad bit of the damage. with the projectiles. And possibly just shredding down the players of Bigatron by Vitality. The question now is, does Bigatron have enough damage to go through GEEK?
Seems like
Red team turret
they
has
will,
been destroyed.
right? Take a look at the gold already. It's swinging towards the red robots. With that fight, they're able to get the lore. They're able to claim more
Red team
structures.
turret has been
And
destroyed.
what looked like Geek Fam's game now, the map is looking blue. Orange buff contest. That's gonna be Shogun taken very low, still able to dash out as a boy pops the real world manipulation here. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought it would be a straightforward one-sided game for Geek Fam, but no, BTR, they equalize, they neutralize, and now they're on the offense here.
Hey, Donnie, if you know how to choke, you know how to make your opponents choke. That's going to be the main philosophy of Bigatron mostly. But at least they're doing things right now, right? Trying to, again, reassess the lane, reassign them. So far, GEEK, they're on the defense.
Oh, that's a quicker Tsunami Slam on towards the Marcel, the XP. That's a big stun though. Polowski finds the kill. Marcel also able to flicker around. Take a look at Geek Fam. Kenzie finds the angle with a blazing duet, claiming the double kill as Moreno with a crimson beacon backs away. The left man standing is the Maestro.
The red robots fall, 4 of them, and it's just the Maestro alone. Having to recall and then clear the wave. Look at where Nazara is.
Wow.
Deep in the base. And now they can feast on that jungle, that purple buff. Down bottom will be cleared by Marcel. But that was such a good fight to take the Geek Fam. That was under turret. And then I think it was Marcel who waited for the other sword to pop the cloud form, where you can really get that CC going on. And it's a battle of, I'd say, patience when it comes to that, right? Because you both have the same ultimates. It's just who engages first. Sometimes you have the advantage if you can get a massive set, 4 players, 5 players. Sometimes it's not, because once you go for that set, the other member can just play beneath that cycle and then go through it.
They were impatient, right?
Yeah.
They were the ones pulling the trigger with Finn, flickering forward to Tsunami Slam onto Marcel, but again, Geek Fam just composed, and now it is still Geek Fam with the advantage. They got the mid inner turret.
And behind that Tsunami Slam, they don't really have a burst damage going to insta-kill the Tsunami Slam victim, right? Because usually, you have that physical button, and the shred becomes a problem as well for Bigatron by Vitality. That physical damage isn't really the best, if you would say. Sure, Sora hits the Fredrin to a certain extent, yes, with a big bonk, but now it's all about this Lord dance.
Gonna be a very important fight and a Lord contest for both teams. And Zara claiming it. That's gonna be Marcel. Just zoning 3 members here in the front. That's gonna be Shogun isolated and taking down Geek Fam. Still able to look for more. They want to close the gap on towards Finn, who is stuck in the bottom side, but is able to find an angle to escape. Only Shogun died there, but remember, Geek Fam, they got the Lord.
Marcel soaking up everyone there in the front line, and Nazar could go to work with the Lord taken as well. Down bottom, they will secure Kendiski. Malefic Roar, I believe, a Malefic Gun, sorry, completed. That's gonna be him. Given the chance, given the space to hit from afar. And you don't really have backline access, I would say, from Bigatron by Vitality. Sure, you have the Kalea, but then you want to go for the Claw. Possibly the Eve. The Eve doesn't run the Purify, he runs the Flicker, so he, has a way. He's gonna move back and shove back, but if you don't go for the Claw, it's super safe. Now they march into the base. This is still the first Lord. Now let's see. Oh, second Lord, excuse me. So let's see what damage it can deal.
Yeah, the mid turret will be the casualty here so far. Belowski though, jumping in with the jump there.
Flicker.
Finn will not commit on towards a fight just yet. As Bigatron seems like they restabilize. Sure, they lose out on the mid turret, but they managed to defend their top tier base turret.
Wait, hold on a minute. I saw a boy flicker back. I don't know, I think he was expecting for a jump to come from Finn, but that was so far away. And that could mean something if Bigatron can look for something, possibly look for the E, because that flicker is now on a timer. And possibly Bigatron by Vitality, you have the pick-off tool now, the Kalea.
Yeah.
Now, just the damage, that insta-kill button. Sure, now Eman is 4 items, pretty strong to fight. The Harith, we can see throughout the playoffs the magical things that the Harith can do, the magical things that Eman can do.
Yeah.
And this Harith will go stronger, even stronger by the minute. But as of now, it's Geek Fam's game to win. And they also have pretty good scaling. They have the Eve, the Claude, that Shred is always going to be consistent for Geek Fam. And then you can see Kandinsky opting for that winner crown with the expert gloves. Obviously, sustainability will be there. And yep, you go with the winner crown. Completed too. Last item for the Juicin, or rather, the 4th item, sorry. The Juicin will be the Divine Glaive. So that extra magic pen, because you're gonna need that damage to go.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the items from Marcel as well, right? Very focused on defenses. Chastise Ball Drawn, Queen's Wings are already inbuilt within the system as well. Let's see here, purple buff will not go for BTR. And 10 seconds here, expect a big fight. Because the spells here are almost all available from both teams, so expect like a big 5v5 right here. Top lane is dealt by Shogun.
Shogun showed, so I think GEEK fam do want to go for this because now Marcel can be the one to pull the trigger if they want to go for an execution.
Yeah, they want to stun Nile. Not Kenzie.
Duet.
Blazing duet onto Moreno. Just to intimidate. They reset the lore, they go back. And Finn re-engages. That's going to be Marcel taunted. Finn loses mortality. Take a look at the back. Here comes Marcel. Just disengaging, but seems like it's not going to be enough. Marcel taken down. That's going to be Flicker from below. He heals back up. Both the experience are off the board. But here comes the gold laner and the mid laner, Nazara. Finds a double as it is going to be a big wipeout towards BTR.
This is going to be a one straight push. They have the timers to work with, and the minions will accompany them. The crystal wide open.
GEEK fam, they showed that they are stepping up here in the lower bracket finals, ladies and gentlemen, in the first round.